Welcome, beautiful souls. I'm grateful and ecstatic to share with you another episode of Boss Talks, where powerful creators come together to uplift the universal consciousness. My name is Jadeverett Mayhorn, aka the Smoothie God, and today I have a very special and divine brother that has agreed to come on the show with me and spread some knowledge and spread some love, man. Thank you for coming to the show, man. Welcome, Ed, man.
Hey, Jay, thank you for having me, bro. I'm excited to be here, man. It's a wonderful day.
Man, it's a wonderful day, man. It's a wonderful day, man. Appreciate you for coming through, man. I know, man, you on the yoga, you on the getting bread, you flipping homes, flipping phones, doing yoga, getting black people stretching out here, man. I love to see it, man. I just love the vibes, man. It's like that's the whole purpose of this thing, to uplift the universal consciousness and to be better than we was before, man. So I'm really curious, like, what's your story? What got you started on this journey, like this spiritual journey, and like embodying this like love and divinity?
So, so that's a great question, Jay. Thank you for asking that, man. I do enjoy sharing my journey and what I've been through. But for all the listeners out there, for everybody listening, just so you know, my journey is not that different from anybody else. Like what you see right now, if you know me, if you follow my socials, like I'm an elevated being, right? I've done a lot of work to get where I'm at, but my beginning was not that like strange like everybody else. So what happened was, to make a very long story short, it was heartbreak, right? Like I'm in college, it's 2014, I'm dating somebody, and we break up. And there's some factors in there, but the fact is we broke up, right? And the most beautiful thing though about all this though, I see how divine it is now, because what happened was, right, when we were dating, like I was being resistant to some of what she was saying, right? And as far as like trying new stuff, like she was talking about some, hey, you want to go to like this new church? You want to go to this new stuff? I'm like, nah, I can't do none of that. Like I'm a Baptist, like I worship God, like I can't do no other outside here. But the irony though, right, is that after we broke up and I started looking for some like solace and peace in my one bedroom apartment, in Greensboro, I was like, let me start looking out here. And you know what? Did not work? The traditional, like the Christianity I was raised on, it didn't work for me, right?
Yeah.
And it didn't work for me. And also, you know what happened around that same time? This is why I say everything is just so aligned. It was around the same time when Mike Brown, rest in peace, when Mike Brown was shot and killed, right, by police officers. Mm-hmm. So what happened then, right, would kind of change my mind. If you recall, or if you recall the news, right, so on Twitter, they was reporting like what was happening, right? They were showing pictures, they were showing images, and I went to NBC, right? Went to the news. I'm like, wait a minute, they ain't saying the same thing. Like they saying he had a gun, but there's no gun on the scene. They saying he had this, but it's not. I'm like, so then at that point it clicked. I was like, oh shit, we've been like they're like literally lying to us. Yeah, like they're literally hiding stuff, right? Yeah. So then from there, again, coupled with, again, around that same time with me, losing somebody precious to me, and then me being introduced to this new world, the first thing I did, and the first thing I tell everybody, and it's so funny. Last night I was talking to somebody, and I went back through everything is so divine, like us having a conversation now, because I just went back through my Groupon to see what my first class was, right? Because the way I got started on meditation and yoga, I was like, all right, let me go to a yoga class. So what happened was, but like I said, really meditation came first. And that's because, again, I wasn't trying to look outside for nothing. I was like, all right, I need to sit down and I need to stop crying. Like I need to stop being sad, right? Yeah. So, and I'm not sure exactly how I found it, but however I found it, I probably somewhere online, meditation came to me. Whoa. So this book, man, I got shit. The Strangest Secret by Earl Nightingale. Have you heard that before?
Nah, but I heard of Arthur, but I haven't heard of that one.
You're gonna love it. And your viewers and listeners are gonna love it. So The Strangest Secret pretty much tells you that your mind is a garden, right? And like I kind of, like knew that, but when he explained it, right, he says, hey, your mind's a garden. If you plant nightshade, then guess what? Nightshade and poison are gonna grow. The mind doesn't really like discern what you plant in it, right? It's like, I'm gonna just grow it. I'm gonna keep it going. So the same thing, if you do flowers in your mind, guess what you get? Flowers. So it was around that time, and I look back now, it was actually a black man who kind of seemed like he was Morpheus, right? Because I was no, look, bro.
It's always one. It's always one. Trust me, my dad is the Morpheus for my family and the people around me. Now I know exactly what you said,
bro. It's so dope because what happened was like I'm over here going to it was so unexpected. I'm over here going in 2015 now to get like January somewhere around that time or November, whatever, to get an insurance job, right? Selling life insurance. I get to the place, I'm doing my interviews. Of course, not of course, but yes, I excel. So I passed all my interviews. I got hired. And this black guy came out of nowhere, just pulled me aside. It was like, "What's your goals?" I'm like, "All right, we talking about goals." And then just somehow we lead to, so yeah, bro. So guess what? This is a matrix, and everything is about your thoughts. I was like, whoa.
Too much right now. I wasn't ready for it.
I wasn't ready for it, but pretty much though, again, from that point, from meeting him, from going, to the life insurance place, getting that job and working there, he started me on meditation. So again, the whole journey of Ed started with meditation alone inside of a one-bedroom apartment in Greensboro, and it was pretty much just meditation until about, I think it was June was my first class at a yoga class, and then from there, so that first one, it was kind of like, all right, I didn't really just activate the first time, but one of those times I went, and that's the thing, right? Like I knew it was good for me, so I kept going, right? So like that's a word, right? Like so many times we think, also on meditation, right? Like people give up with meditation after like 3 minutes, like damn, my mind's not quiet.
Yeah, like you want instant results, like you ain't never practiced this right now, but you want to be the greatest at it. Nah, it don't work like that. Don't work like that.
No, man, no. And that's the thing, like with a lot of spiritual practices, right? You might not really feel what it does for you right now, but that's not the point. Like the whole point is the subconscious. It's the fact that you're doing it for yourself.
Yeah, it's more of a reprogramming yourself. We've been programmed with this fear. So it's like you do reprogramming and unlearning to, become this better person. It's like you're finding new empowering habits to utilize your divine gifts and talents, and like going within with meditation and yoga. It's just unmatched. And it's like, like our stories, bro, super fucking similar. Like that's kind of how mine started too. Like I just shared a little bit of insight on mine too. Like how I came into my awakening and things like that. It was around 2014 because I was dating this girl. We was dating for 5 years.
Oh.
Yeah, and so like by 2014, like I had started to question things and like but it was more like I was the more like, hey, let's try this something new, like and then I was just like, something ain't right here. And then like you start to like seeing like Mike Brown, and you start watching different documentaries and seeing all these different things. Like we've been lied to each other, we've been lied to, and I'm like, something ain't right here, and this ain't right either.
No sir.
This shit ain't right either. So I got it, like and it's like when you start to do that, you go crazy, and it's like you do go through those dark nights of the souls, as they say. You gotta cry through, and it's like once you sick of, you like, it's something I gotta do different. Like what? Like I can't blame her. I can't blame the government. I can't blame them. I can only look at me and be like, what can I do to create my happiness and to be the best me I could be? And so like that's funny. We got a very similar story.
I mean, that's why we connected here today, but I mean, yeah, it's persistence, right? So I mean, like that's the beginning of it, and then from there, really, I mean, the past 4 years, I mean, there's a lot of detail, but I mean, essentially though, it's been a continuation of me finding myself, and now I'm like, all right, I realized that people weren't doing this and they needed it, so I was like, all right, well, let me actually become a yoga teacher. Let me start teaching meditation. Let me start teaching these wellness practices because again, I know that they're hard to find, right? Like unless you go online, which is the danger of online, right? Is that it's all like so that's why I really felt it was important to me around 2017 to create True Clarity Wellness. And True Clarity Wellness is really about finding your true clarity. So true is TRU, and again, that's what it means for you, right? Like so True Clarity Wellness, right? Like we filter out all the BS. Like what is the actual facts? Like let's use history, let's use our ancestors for the actual facts, right? And that kind of leads into that clarity, because once you really start to embody and really be true to yourself, you can have clarity. And then you know what that leads to? wellness. So
Mm-hmm.
true clarity wellness is a lotus flower that as you unpeel the layers of true clarity wellness, you find yourself inside.
Ah, that's dope, man. That's a dope perspective, man. Like, you really triggering me right now because I've been thinking about doing this yoga certification for like a year now. And it's like, that's something, like I was saying, I don't have time for more projects, but that one's actually something I might have a little time for in the future. Because it's like you said, and it's like, it made so much sense because it's like, it is so hard to find, it's like, and like reputable ones, people that's actually giving good information, like, and so I'm gonna ponder on that one, man. We gonna wrap offline on that one.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Man,
Man.
no, it'll be worth it, man. It's worth it. I mean, just be able to I mean, it's empowering, right? Like you're able to guide people to wellness. And especially, me and you, men. I mean, it's monumental when I post stuff every day of men sending me messages or like, in my inbox. Cause I mean, it's like
we the ones that need it most. Like a lot of women, they stretch. They take better care of themselves. Like as men, we could definitely learn a lot from women. Like the self-care routines, like how you actually, like just loving. It's like it's certain stuff that you just don't stick with. I mean, you just don't deal with. And it's like I didn't learn like to be my best self from the women that I've been surrounded by, whether it's like my mom, my sister, my aunties, the women that I've dated, friends, it's like you just become your best self. And like yoga is one of them principles and one of them tools that's unpacked. And it's like I've been doing yoga for about 3-4 years now myself. And it's like I just do yoga with Adrian on YouTube. Like I just do these 30-day series. So day one, I'm I'm just getting it in on each one. And so like I could just tell like the yoga mat has been like this magic mirror for me. Like I can tell by how I attempt different poses, like how I feel on the mat. And it's a reflection of how I approach real life situations. And it's like if I don't want to attempt this pose, what is real life? Am I just like being closed-minded to where I don't want to attempt it, And so like something that I really found, it's like, and I just started a new 30-day series today. I was like, man, the spirit must have just been talking to me because it's like I've been recovering from an injury, so I just been chilling on the yoga, and then like I knew we had this month, so something was like, do yoga today, and like I did, and I was just like, I'm so grateful. Like I'm just so grateful that I like took this opportunity to spend with myself to stretch my body, stretch my mind, stretch my spirit. And it's like it really does work wonders. It's like, and it's no magic pill. Like we were saying earlier, it's not a thing you do to feel better. It's a thing you do to practice to feel better. To practice guiding yourself to feel better. Guiding yourself
without having to do anything. Just like tap into your mind and be like, you know what? I don't want that feeling. I want this feeling, so I'm gonna focus on that. Yoga helps you do that.
Yeah, you do the work up front. You spend all the time in the gym. You go do the workouts, and then later you reap the benefits. You don't even have to consciously say, dang, let me go and be happy. Let me focus my brain. Let me go and try to do this, and like kind of like force yourself or like fight yourself away from it. It's like when you practice being in tune, the journey becomes you being in tune. It's like you become more conscious and more aware. Your intuition grows, and you're able to trust yourself because you practice this many times. So it's like it's a concept that I learned from one of my homies. It's called the Rule of 72. It's basically how much money you invest over a certain amount of time to reap a certain amount of return on your investment. So it's like if you put money in, there's like a 3%, 9%, and a 12%. Like 3%, 9%, and 12% ROI. Okay. So it's like if you put in this time, like you put in the time early and you do this over time, it's like you get like a little results in the first year, and then in year 5 you see 9%. And then in year 10 you see 12%. And then the percentages keep going higher because we starting at the ground. We starting like bare minimum, no knowledge. Like nobody's ever taught us to how to cope with stress, how to cope with depression, how to cope with rejection, how to cope with acceptance, happiness. Like, you know, it's all like everything. It's all beautiful, it's all divine. But nobody taught us how to understand these different emotions, these different feelings. And like what I done learned, like with yoga, it's like it'll show you how to cope with everything, because it's like you literally in there with you, yoga and meditation as well.
Yeah, man. I mean, the yoga poses tell you everything about, you know, again, everything is connected and everything is responsive to each other. You know, the body gives signals because the mind is signaling. It's like, hey, body's like, hey, I'm a little uncomfortable, and you're probably a little uncomfortable in your head somewhere. Like, you want to clear this out? We say, nah, I'm gonna let my, you know, it's like so many of us just be like, oh, my body is just like this now because I'm getting older. No, your body like that because your mind is getting old. Your mind is getting stale. Actually, that's what's happening. Your mind is getting stagnant because no, I mean, if you work it out on the mat, it's gonna work out in your life. It's a, like, I think, like you said, it's a mirror, bro. I like that. Like you on a yoga mat, that's your mirror, and like you have to really show up for yourself because it's gonna reflect back, like literally.
That's big facts, man. It's always gonna reflect back to you. It's like the energy you give to yourself, because it's like we giving energy to ourselves. You know, it's like however you how you speak to people, how you think about people, the stuff you watch, the music you listen to, you know, that's all energy you're giving to yourself. And so if you feeding yourself with high fructose corn syrup, cow's milk, you know, pork.
People still do that, Jay? Damn.
Hey, my stomach hurt just think about it. But it's like when you feeding yourself with this stuff, you become that. You know, you become the pig, the dirty pig that they tell you to stay away from, the swan, the dairy that's meant to nourish 300, 400-pound cows. And we wonder why we so obese in America, because the stuff we be eating and the stuff we be thinking and the stuff we be drinking. And so it's all about the energy you give yourself. Like you spend that time on a yoga mat, you're giving yourself love and kindness. You spend your time listening to uplifting music, meditating, drinking smoothies, man. That's my shit. Maca smoothies, man. You drinking these smoothies and you eating, drinking, and being a entity that's alive. You know, something that has energy still flowing through it, something that's vibrant. You become this being. And it's like, it's crazy because like literally you are what you eat. You are what you think, you are what you know, what you choose to be around. And it's like, that has made like a crazy impact just from like I literally haven't had chicken in like 4 years. I ain't had pork in like 4 or 5 years, and I'm drinking smoothies every day. And it's like, I just think better. You know, I just like, it's just like my third eye is on some crazy, like I just see stuff before it happens. You become this like superhuman being, this divine, this godly essence. And it's like, it's wonderful, man. And then it's like, you start to attract divine beings like you know, and it's like people that we meet on Twitter, you know, how we're saying how that place is so magical. And it's like, you can find whatever you're looking for. If like you said, the energy that you're giving, you can go find some bullshit on there. Or you can go find some enlightened beings like us that's going to give you some love, some encouragement, some true wellness. You know, we're going to do that.
That's only facts, man. Yes, sir.
Man. All right. Let's see what I got on here. Man. I got some questions I want to ask, man. Hold on, let me grab this. Oh, yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Look. I was like, I know you got questions, so I was like, you know what? Let me go ahead and let him ask, because boy, yoga, you just...
Man, I'm gonna go. I love hearing about it all day. So, like, if you, man, rap, man, because that's all, like, because it's like, that's all, you know, it's like, that's all we really trying to do here, man. Just share our experiences, share, you know, the things that help us become, you know, our best self. And, you know, the things that are helping us become our best self, because we ain't in our final form. This is just like, this just the beginning. It's just the beginning, and that's really like the most wonderful part about it, man, is because it's a journey of love. You know, it's like if you feel like you know everything you feel like you got it all together, and it's like you don't really leave yourself room to grow and room to, be your best self, man. So I noticed like that how people, it's like I always love to ask this question to divine beings and just people in general, like, what do you believe God is? We're gonna go there.
So,
or the universe, or that higher power. What is that for you? What is that for you?
I mean, we are, I think everybody can definitely say with their mouth. They might not internalize it, but we can all like kind of realize that, we are the spirits in this human, body. So like you said, God, universal consciousness is just literally what was placed in each and every one of us. And, if you sit back and actually, take a breath, you can see that we all have something in common. We all have a lot in common. So, yeah, I mean, God, that vibration, and when they started making that name, their God, was a figure. And of course, everything makes sense now, right? It's like, because I do Kemetic yoga. Kemetic yoga is from Egypt. And as far as we know, as far as all the texts say, that's one of like the first original yogas. And it makes sense. Like, it's on the hieroglyphs, and it gets you to, like, if the Egyptians were such about spiritual enlightenment, it makes sense that they would have the first yoga as well. But anyways, but yeah, so it started off as everybody recognized that we were spiritual, but then whoever it is, I don't know who the exact enemy is, but they put that person in the middle, and we started distorting who God was. But no, they knew that God was just a continuance. It was from here on earth up to the cosmos. I mean, we again, even science will tell, like we come from the cosmos, right? We came from a big bang, and we started manifesting there. So God, the universe, sent us down here. So yeah, I mean, God is literally God is who you are. Universe is who you are without all the layers, right?
Yeah.
Without all the layers, So, and the thing is, even this is a layer. Like this skin is a layer, and
it's multiple layers to that.
It's multiple layers. It's
crazy. That's a great point.
It's layers of that. So I mean, whenever I say God to somebody, right, or I say divine being, I'm not talking to this physical vessel, right? I'm talking to you as a spirit.
Yeah.
Because again, like you said, it's so many layers. So we got the mental layers, we got the physical layers, we got the spiritual trauma layers. But again, God's not trauma. Like, well, actually, hold up, back up. Everything is everything, right? And just because something bad or unsavory happens, because if we realize how divine we are, all you gotta do is let it go. So I gotta take that back. I mean, God, the spirit will have layers on it, but pure God and spirit is just consciousness without attachments, right? Because even this body is an attachment. Even our thoughts are attachment. When you can like flow and you're able to attract what you want easily, which as we see, like when we're in our space, when we're in our zone, when we're really tapped in, it's all that's really easy. But again, there's so many things they put around us to suppress that, right? To suppress I said a few days ago, like, let the goddess out. We have the feminine aspect inside of us. Like, let the goddess out. Don't suppress. They want to suppress that. I mean, of course they want to suppress that, because that's where the self-care is. That's where you said what?
The divine feminine is powerful.
It's powerful. So it makes sense that, so even that, you talk about God, I'm like, God is not a man. God is either a woman or it's like a non-binary or whatever. But God is not a man. There's no way God is a man. Because, and the thing is, you know what? No man, like the women in my life, it's like, you use their examples, right? The women in my life are the most creative beings I know. I know some creative men. I know some very creative men, but you talk about detailed conversation and like really, because even that, like women can talk for longer than us. Women will talk about a situation that happened for 5 minutes for like 2 hours because of the emotions behind it.
So divine. So divine how it all interconnects, and it's like, you just got to sit there and listen sometimes, but all right. Like,
that's what I'm saying.
For sure.
Yeah, and so that's the thing. It's like if God, if this universe is so detailed, like literally women mirror that. Women women will talk about every small little detail, even if to us men it sounds insignificant. For some reason, because of their divine connection, they feel compelled to say it because they're creators. They're like, yeah, I'm about to talk about this spot on the carpet and that and that. So yeah, man, to the original question, God is who you are. Universe is who we all are without all the layers, man. We're all just a part of that universal consciousness. And, as we continue to ascend, as we continue to do our practices, our breathing, and get that spinal connection, that spinal fluid going so we can reach Kundalini energy and ascension, then you find out who gods are, and we all ascend. I mean, that's why I want to get, like, if everybody in the world was doing yoga, then we wouldn't have time for all this other bullshit. Like, almost 90% of what we go through is like just bullshit. Like, at this point, bruh, I need some land and to build some facilities on that land and bring my people in, and then we eating fruits and shit. Like,
that's it. For sure. And enlighten the babies, enlighten the next generation from here to come. Man, it's like, and it's so dope you said that. It's like, I appreciate that explanation, because for me, a deep foundational belief is that what I've noticed is that people treat people how they think God treats them. And then they'll treat themselves how they think God treats them. So it's like, if you feel God is jealous, vindictive, if you feel God has all of these negative traits, similar to like a man, like especially unconscious men, it's like, like lack of details, like selfish, jealous, vindictive. We have all of these different traits. But it's like when you have this like different perspective on God, where God is all loving, all kind, it wants for you what you want for you. Ooh. So you'll start to treat yourself a little bit different. You'll start to treat yourself with love and kindness. You'll start to treat other people the same way.
Yeah.
And it's like, it really does start with self. And it's like, I love that you bring like women into the equations, because like women have this heart so unconditional, it's like through all the heartbreak, all the pain, it's still such a forgiving essence. And it's like, that's something to be, and that's like just like the divine feminine energy in itself, to forgive, to care, to love, to nurture, and it's like, this is something that this is like a new practice, within the last few years. And it's like, and it's something like tapping into that, like the feminine energy and the feminine aspects of yourself, it's like, it just taps you into that godhood, it's like, it just makes you see life so differently.
Bruh, it does. And I mean, I think that, so, I mean, even part of that, right, is that, so even that, like, it's embracing, like, really God is embracing everything, right? Because, you talk about the divine feminine, I said earlier, we all have the feminine energy inside of us, but like you said, so many men will just ignore their feminine aspects, and then they're going around with, and the thing is, it's funny, like masculine aspect is structure, right? But if you take out the woman factor, like, you might have some structure, it's gonna keep crumbling because you're not balanced. Like
you need that balance, and this you need that balance. I'm glad you brought that up, because it's like, as much as we both love the divine feminine, you need that balance, within yourself, because you need the structure, but you also need the love.
The creativity,
you need
the
that.
flow.
And it's like the flow. Oh, I was just about to say that.
I know.
Man.
I read your mind.
Yeah, it's crazy, bro, because it's like you need the flow, because it's like you said, if you have the structure, then you have no balance. But if you only have that, it's like you really can't go wrong just over loving, and it's always gonna come back. It's like you really can't go wrong with that aspect. So I'll leave that part there. And it's like I really want to get into, about the Kundalini and like having that fluid activated in your spine, because like I didn't notice that is huge. Like, that is the secret. Like, having that in tune, in alignment, and in alignment with your breathing, being able to connect, from the root chakra to the crown chakra type thing. So can you explain to us a little bit more about like resources that you use, and like, what do you mean by like raising the Kundalini, like, tell us a little bit more about that.
Yeah, so first, I'm gonna go back to, I'm just kind of continue on what we were saying though, but there's a reason why most men will have tighter backs, hips, and glutes than women. So again, because that back is kind of part of that root structure. Again, structure, right? So like it's solid, it's thick, but it's always so tight because there's no fluidity through it. And again, if men don't stretch, which men don't even stretch before like basketball games or anything. So like men just don't. So I mean, again, it's a principle, right? Like in life, men don't stretch generally as much. So again, it's like it's no secret that men have tighter bodies. Like men don't stretch. So I was saying that is that men will have tighter sacrums, right? And that sacrum is that little triangle on your back located, but like between the back and like the butt right there. That's a very important area. And it's funny because it's all connected, right? So it connects with your glutes and your hips. So also why men have tighter hips is because men don't know how to process and release emotions. When men release emotion, a lot of times it comes out very garbled. It comes out very sometimes aggressive or confused because again, they haven't given themselves that fluidity to express that. So how that all relates to the Kundalini is that, in simple terms, very simple, the Kundalini is, so over time, our biology has changed. We've seen, our pineal, you look through it, our pineal gland has moved from where they saw it was at years ago. Basically, there's a connect, and this is for the listeners. I know you're savvy on this. Like, there's a connection between the pineal gland and our sacrum, right? So basically between, and of course that's all on the spinal column. So again, I'm not sure how it happened or what happened, but essentially we are separated from ourselves because we're not in touch. Our pineal gland is not connected to our Kundalini energy, so it's out of touch. So what is Kundalini though, right? Kundalini energy, visually it's a snake, right? So you gotta look at this, right? Too, like, why has the world demonized snakes so much? Out of every other animal, why is a animal with no legs, no feet, just a belly sliding? Why do we hate that animal so much, right? Why? There's a reason.
Fluidity.
Fluidity. So no. I mean, it's all connected, bro. So
no. I see where you're going. Now keep going.
So again, the world demonized the snake for a reason, right? And even this, right? What also is a very respected animal in older times? Black cats. Why are we so afraid of black cats? Why, or even the number 13? Why are we? Those are divine things, right? Those are all divine things. So again, with Kundalini, think about how a snake moves, right? And you think about how you want your life to be, right? You want your life to be malleable. You want to move through it. And again, with men, we have these tight backs because we're not being malleable. We're not being fluid. So again, I'm not sure what point history happened, but we're disconnected. And the spinal column is what gives you that connection. So, because I mean, again, if you look at a map, of our body, we're a skull and we have a spine just going straight down. This is all just like fat and like ribs, but like this is the column. So,
and it looked like a snake.
It looks like a snake. It looks like a snake, and if you allow it to, you can curve like a snake. If you allow it to, though, So scientifically, again, and this part what I was saying, I'm like, it's like scientifically though, if you look at it, right, there is in the mind, in the pineal gland, where we hold, our third eye, where we hold deep subconscious thoughts in another space of the mind. When your spine is properly aligned and you allow it to reach there, you reach heights that you didn't know that were there. And by heights, let's bring that down, right? Like information, like so that's the thing, right? The biggest issue with humans is that we have our mind, our brain, the pineal gland right here, but even though we have all the answers right here, we're disconnected. Why are we disconnected? If we have all we need right here, the pineal glands right here, it's because literally whatever they've done to us, all the food, all the everything, all the practices, we're disconnected. So when you're disconnected from your pineal gland, that's essentially being disconnected from yourself. Like, we are disconnected from self. We're not in, because even this, right? People can't control their thoughts, people always say my thoughts are out of control. It's going here and here. We're disconnected. So Kundalini energy is that sacred energy that, when connected, gives you the answers you need to know. It's a very intense feeling, because what happens is that you start to like allow, how it works is, right, you have to almost squeeze the mula bandha, which is the area around your hips and genitals and
Yeah, it's like
anus.
the
So,
PC muscle.
huh?
Like the Kegels, the PC muscle.
And again, so even with this, I mean, it's all connected, right?
Yeah.
When you squeeze that, you're squeezing your hips, right? When again, like I said earlier, the hips hold emotions, it holds tension. Once you allow your hips to release and you're squeezing up, and you actually let the energy be right here, you can start moving up. So basically, the chakras, right? Like, how you move energy at the chakras is by binding it, right?
Yeah.
So binding it means that if we have energy right here, and so that's the issue, right? A lot of times we bind energy, but we don't know how to release it, though. So
That's
a lot of people's energy, right, is stuck down the root chakra because they haven't breathed to get it up. Like, it's a very intentional thing to get it from the root chakra. Then be patient, right? Get to the solar plexus, take a breath, do some more binding, breathing, get it up, get it up, get it up. So I mean, really, like, you can read books, your followers can read books about Kundalini for years, but essentially it's an attempt. Like, you have to literally take the time and attempt to move the energy up your spine, so that, because again, so right, so in this world, right, I'm trying to, in this world, right, we live in our root chakra. You'd agree, right? Like
yeah.
we're focused on that, right?
Mm-hmm.
So again, so look, I'm about to kill it, right? So look,
lay it out.
Right. So if we're focused on root chakra, where our focus is, our energy goes, correct?
Mm-hmm.
So again, if our root chakra is down here, then all of our energy is down here. So then again, in order to actually get your energy back up here, you have to be up here. But then like they slick, right? They slick. People don't want to be up here. You know why? Because it's scary.
The thoughts.
Because it's scary. So you know what happens? They say, you know what? I'm about to go right back down to where I was. And guess what happens? So the way Kundalini energy happens, right? Kundalini energy, a lot of people actually have been close to there, but they don't want to get there, right? Kundalini energy comes from the right side of the body. It comes over the third eye, and then it circulates, right?
Yeah.
People will meditate and actually look at their thoughts for a second and say, you know what? I'm going to send myself right back down. It takes courage to actually shift your focus, thus shifting your energy up your channels, because the thing is, every channel, every chakra unlocks new stuff about you. It shows you new stuff. So it is sometimes scary if you haven't faced it. But like we said before, it's a process though, right? And there's so many exercises for each chakra you can do, because again, if your chakra is blocked, right? So like you said, if it's going up, oh, you're not confident in yourself. It's gonna get stuck right in your solar plexus. You're not confident. Damn. Okay, wait, going on. Okay, wait. Now you're confident. Now, okay, we're moving up. Oh, heart chakra. Damn, you don't love yourself? Well, shit. What can I do? I gotta stare. I can't get to your throat. You can't speak your truth in your throat chakra yet because you don't love yourself. That's not gonna be true. So I'm gonna stay right here until you get right. Until you get right. And then what happens? Right? We stuck right here. Then a life event happens. Oh, damn! I lost my confidence. Guess what? You drop right back down to the solar plexus. Mm-hmm. So Kundalini energy is all about shifting your energy and shifting your focus from the root chakra shit up here. And part of that, how you get there, is meditation, yoga, breathing, and practicing detachment. Because again, detachment is up here. Like when we're attached to all these physical things, that's root chakra things. So you can awake your Kundalini by practicing breathing, yoga, meditation, and practicing not being attached to such physical things. And then, most of all, doing a practice for it. Like each chakra has different practices you can do for it. Each chakra has different practices you can do to unlock it and free it. So Kundalini energy is accessible by everybody, not the first day, but if you focus on moving up your chakras, you'll be there. Now, again, the thing is though, it might be temporary if you're not actually there, right? You might get up there, but if you're still stuck somewhere down here, it'll go right back down.
Yeah, and it's a practice, like you said, and it's like that's such a dope explanation, and it's like I see it that way as well because like the spine is actually it's a highway, you know, it connects everything in the body, you know, it's connected to your brain, it's connected to your heart, it's connected to your liver, it's connected to your spleen, it's connected to your feet, you know, and it has all of these. Like I had looked at this like what you call it? It was a spine, but like one of them little like I forgot the material on it. But like you see like the little disc in between, and then they have like these little wires, and then they go to like different realms within your body. And it's like each 33 each 33 each 33rd I don't know the I guess the column each, you know.
Yeah, the spinal column.
Yeah, the spinal column. So each of those connects to a different part of your body. So it's like that information is traveling up. And it's like you said, it's like a lot of people are scared to be in their minds, you know, and like detaching from these thoughts, you know, not saying this is me, this is who I am, but like allowing the thoughts to come in, you know, like hearing them and like and I really like about like breathing through it because it's like that's something that is a huge part of it because it's like a lot of people, you could tell people stress out because they'll start doing this. You know, they'll start like breathing hard, like breathing fast. And it's like whenever you are able to like kind of like slow down and like take control of your breath, because people try to control their thoughts, but you don't try to control your breathing patterns. You know, controlling your breathing patterns will allow you to gain a little bit of control of your thoughts because it's like you slow time down by breathing.
And oxygen.
Yeah.
The brain needs oxygen. That's the thing. The brain. So. And that's what I'm saying. It's so many layers, you know, with Kundalini getting there. I mean, first of all, people's brains are getting enough oxygen because if you're not taking a deep breath, then your breath is gonna be shallow all day. When your breath is shallow, it does two things. Physiologically, it shows your subconscious that you're fucking scared. So your subconscious is like, all right, we're scared. Bet I'm gonna stay in scared mode because you want that by showing me your breathing. Like again, the mind doesn't care what you plant. It's gonna be like, all right, I'm gonna make it abundant. I'm gonna make whatever you want. We're gonna do that. Bet you scared? Bet. Oh, you want to breathe deeper? Bet. Like so okay. So I was saying so physiologically and then biologically, right? And again, I'm not a scientist, right? I don't get into all that. But biologically, the brain needs air to function. The more air and clean oxygen it gets, the better it functions. In the same way, you know, as our diets, as we know, like the brain needs good. I mean, it's very simple things, right? The brain needs water and good food to function because as we, I mean, we're not. We can go there later, but you know, as you know, the brain is directly linked with the gut. So literally, what goes right here, it sends signals up here. So I mean, again, it's like your subconscious, like, all right, well, bet you eating trash, we're gonna just keep having trash thoughts. Like this is what you want,
bro. It's such like it's so crazy that you say that because we are abundant beings. Like that's who we are in our essence, and it's like what you feed yourself with will manifest, and you will attract that in abundance. Like abundant trash thoughts, abundant trash people, you know, like the energy you give it to us, damn. Because it's like, it's like, we always say we're abundant, but I like to think of it like, oh yeah, I'm abundant. I always go to straight positivity when it comes to that. Like I was like, oh yeah, I want abundance in my life. I want this. But it's like, no, you have to be specific, even more specific than just saying I want abundance or prosperity. No, like because it's like you said, if you're eating trash food, eating bacon, eating sausage, eating all of this, it's like you're literally putting that into your gut and you are attracting abundance. That's wow. I never really thought about it like that. And the same thing, like the same people that's listening to this podcast and me even being in here, I'm feeding all of my chakras with love and consciousness and, you know, upliftment. And so it's like, this is what I'm feeding myself with. I got a smoothie right here, maca smoothie right here. So it's like the stuff that like water you feed yourself with, you start to manifest this in abundance. See, it's like this, and it's like it becomes an abundance because like this happens. You start to attract abundance. You start to attract divinity, and it's like I'm like that revelation just made me just super grateful, man. Like I really love that explanation.
You give me chills, yo. I know. No, I mean it's just. I mean, and honestly, even that, again, so with me, bro, I don't claim anything, right? Like, so this is one thing I think you'll like too. Listen, like, I am very wise. I'm wise as hell. But you know why? Because I'm tapped into the wisdom. These aren't my thoughts. I didn't come up with Kundalini and breathing. Yeah. I just practice it because I've seen what it does. Like, and we all see what it does. We read the books. They've told us we have a great outline right now. We just collectively confused, but we have the outline, bro. Like you will. Yeah, nah.
And it's like it's so many books, and it's like I literally I look into tantric sex, tantric yoga. Like I didn't read like 30 books about this, and I'm just like, and then you start to practice this. You start to practice it like on your own, and you start to slow down, and it's like that's really what this whole what I believe this whole life is about. It's like slowing down, taking your time, not trying to rush to be to the next place, being satisfied and being happy in the present moment. And this helps, that practice helps you to get to where you want to be later.
So, so the point you brought up, you said in the present moment, right? So the thing is, it's all about beliefs, right? If you actually truly believe that you are a spirit having a human experience, you wouldn't be rushing to something that's gonna end. Right? Like you're rushing towards something that has an inevitable end. You're trying to create something here on earth. If you actually believe that you were infinite, you'd be like, well, damn, I'm gonna do the best I can right now. And so matter of fact, right? Isn't that what the Four Agreements said, right? Just do your best. If you do your best every day, you're on the right path, but we're always trying to do better. So, yeah, so again, right? We're not trying to be our best, right? We're trying to be better, right? Because see, your best would be meditate and see what you like. But what we do, right? We say, damn, I see something I like. I gotta be better than that. I gotta be better than that. So then the world becomes a bunch of competition, and then what happens is we have people who are basically it's to the point where people are millionaires, and look how many times we hear this, right, bro? I mean, again, I'm a whole different one, but how many multimillionaires do we know that suicide? Like, bro, could you imagine? Like you right now, bro, if I had $2 million, this world would be, I could do so much with that. But again, it's where your mindset's at, right? And that's why, again, money is not going to mean shit. It's energy. Like, because if it don't matter if you can accumulate.
Oh, magnify, just like the food, just like what you were saying. It's however you feel on the inside. Like what you give to yourself, money is going to make it worse if you're not happy with yourself. Like,
bro, I've been watching. Amplify it. Yes.
I've been watching, I done been through almost 4 seasons. Have you seen The Crown?
Nah, I will.
It's on Netflix. So it talks about Queen Elizabeth and, in Europe and the UK and different stuff like that. And they show their whole lives, and they have all of this so-called perceived abundance and so-called perceived love and all of these different things. But it's like when they actually get away from the spotlight and in their cribs and stuff, bro, these people are miserable. And it's same with the politics within this country. These people and the billionaires and you could tell, you can literally tell you can really tell how this world functions.
It's so obvious.
It's so obvious because it's think about what they do with their money. You can tell how they feel about themselves. They don't like their families. They don't like their wives. They don't like their friends. And it's they constantly feed themselves with this stuff. And it's and the thing is, everything starts at the top down. Since we didn't elevate these people to the top, we become like these people. We become like the president. We become like the Queen of England. We become like your favorite,
as above, so below.
Your favorite mentor, whoever you look to. And, you might want to reevaluate, just how you feel within this stuff. And it's what I was getting to is they you can literally tell. And it's they start to treat the world and it's when you get this power, you're able to do certain things. And it's if you don't like yourself, this is crazy, and I would highly recommend The Crown because that's just crazy.
Bro, you just said it. No, so it's damn, bro. We don't say you just say if you don't like yourself. That's what I was gonna say, bro. If you truly worship yourself, you would never worship another being ever, because you would realize that you are the person you're looking for. You wouldn't worship anything, and especially not no external okay, now right, I'm sorry, worship, right? Now women, like your partner, like, so, but even that still has these boundaries. But like, I can definitely say, if you love yourself, you would not be representing anybody that has any type of negative connotation on them. Like a president, a politician, you would not be watching them at all, because it wouldn't. You would know, you would love yourself too much for that.
Yeah.
You would love yourself too much for that. And the thing is, even with that, that's like part of what I teach, right? Like, once you love yourself, everything starts to change. You start making different decisions. Like, so, I mean, Jay, was there a time that you didn't love yourself fully?
Man, yeah, and it showed. So I tell you this, bro. So in high school, I was hooping. I was like, and it's like I was hooping. I was 175 in high school when I graduated, 2009. I get to college. I sprain my ankle. I can't hoop no more. I feel like my hoop dreams is gone. Like, I literally, like, I'm kind of lost at this point. And so, like, I'm like, man, I guess I just got to focus on school. Like, I'm in engineering. Like, I got the chemical engineering degree. And so, like, that shit's stressful. And so, like, to answer that, like, during that time, bro, I gained 80 pounds in college. Like,
bro, I seen pictures. I was like, what?
Bro, literally, like, eating McDonald's. So all we had, like, I went to Prairie View, and so, like, we in the middle of nowhere. Like, all you got is we got a good Mexican spot over there where we get margaritas and quesadillas called Las Fuentes. We got a Jack in the Box, a McDonald's, and then, like, further on down the street, it's a Whataburger. And then we got MSC food and Chick-fil-A. And so I'm literally eating this 4 times a day. Like, like, not working out, like, and then, like, partying, like, drinking, especially after I crossed campus. So it's like, I'm hanging around and doing stuff that's not truly in alignment. And it's like, I realized this later that it's because I didn't fully love myself. It was like, I'm literally depressed. I'm with someone like that I don't fully feel like I can be my full self with, like, I'm being a shell of myself. And it's like, it's crazy, like, how a shell. And it's like, and I was saying about that 5-year relationship, like, when we broke up, like, that was literally, like, one of, like, the best things, like, an amazing woman. Like, I never have anything to say. This is all me. I just want to make it clear. Like, I like to be clear when I speak.
Bro, and absolutely.
So, like, yeah, and so, like, it was all me and what I needed, because I needed to detach from that. And it's like, the person that I didn't like, that I embraced from then has been, like, magical, because it's like you stop settling for certain stuff. You like, man, like, you ain't really vibing with what I'm, like, saying, what I'm feeling, who I am. All right, this might not really be for me. And so it's like,
and that's okay.
And it's okay. And then it's like, you start to practice that with different partners, with yourself, with, like, family, friends, everything. It's like you start to, like, really be aware of the people you allow around you.
Bro, you keep everything you say is I swear, like, in my head, like the exact thing I'm about to keep going on. So, bro, aware, right? So the reason why people don't love themselves, because they're not aware that they're not loving themselves, right? So, like, so for this, right? One thing that I didn't love myself was drinking milk. So what happened was, right, I drank milk because I thought it was healthy, right? But so many times my stomach would be fucked up on the toilet. So self-love teaches you, why would you eat something that fucks your stomach up? I was like, oh shit, why am I drinking milk? And it was quick, like, not now. Sometimes, well, not recently, but shit, even in those years, I mean, I ate some ice cream, but it's funny though. Again, it's like those times when I look back at it, I'm like, why did I compromise my body for this? I mean, but however, I'm gonna leave it, right? I'm always gonna be 50-50, right? Hey, it's a human experience, right? Like, as long as you can trust yourself,
you gotta know to do it, so you know not to do it. And it's like, when you keep doing it, that's when the trouble comes. When you keep doing it, and you know it's making your stomach hurt, when you know it's making your heart hurt, when you know it's making your brain hurt, and you still
your face break out. Your face breaking out, and you still eating the same stuff, and
it's like
you complaining about your face breaking out.
I'm a big believer that innately everybody has all the answers. We know the path, we know what made us sick, we know the direction we should go, and then we'll overthink or, like, tell ourselves that, it wasn't ice cream, it wasn't the bacon, it wasn't the cheese, it wasn't the milk.
Chakras. you're not gonna be in the throat chakra, bro.
Yeah, but come on now. It's like when you're really honest with yourself, and it's like if it happens over and over, and it's like, come on, like a lot of us is like actually like over 21, 25, it's like you start to really like you see it happening over and over, and it's like I see people that like be like, oh, I'm not feeling well. Oh, what'd you eat? What'd you drink? Who'd you hang around? Did you watch the news today?
No, bro, that's so true, man. Yo, that's dog. You right on top. I mean, that's the thing. Like you just start moving, like, and that's why you it's kind of easy, as you are now to we are. It's kind of discern who you want in your life because you can tell when somebody don't love themselves. Like, and again, not but one time. Like, it's somebody that's one time. Like, okay, I'm gonna keep observing. You see what you do, but the patterns though, bro. The patterns, like all we are. So even our whole existence, our perception is a culmination of thoughts. So your life is a culmination of what you think and do. So if you look at somebody's life and it's constantly like that, then like you said, as above, so below. So something inside your head is not syncing up. Or actually, I'm sorry, it's syncing up and you just cool with this. It's syncing up.
You're making a choice. Like we make choices. Ooh. Like choice and focus is really key. And it's like even it's like people try to delegate the choice. Like, oh no, you make this choice for me. Oh, tell me what I should eat. Oh, tell me what I should think. Oh, tell me who I should be. It's like when you leave that up to somebody else and you don't make the choice, you see how that turns out. But it's like whenever like you're like, oh no, I need to do better. I need to choose better. I need to choose better. I need to choose better. That's when you start to like see the life start to flip and switch, and it's like, and just like to expound on that, it's like I was working. So after I graduated college, man, I was working for Texas Instruments as a process and equipment engineer, and so I'm making good money. I'm making bread. Like it ain't never been nothing to get some bread, but it's like you literally sitting here with people you don't really like, not feeling fulfilled in your duties, and it's like. I'm making a choice to wake up at 6 a.m. every morning. I'm making a choice to say, you can tell me when I can go to lunch. You can tell me what projects I need to work on. You can tell me all of this. And I'm selling my soul. I feel drained. I'm like, nah, this ain't I'm not liking who I am going. And it's like, you asked me that question earlier, when there was times where I didn't love myself, you go through ebb and flows. It's like, during that time, it's like you elevate and then you come down, and then you elevate, then you come down. It's like you just go a little bit higher each time, and it's like each time you choose to take that cliff and jump off that leap of faith, and this is what I was getting to. So it's and I'm like you, I haven't had a job in 2 years. I quit my engineering job March 9th, 2018. Haven't looked back. I've been refereeing, selling my books, selling my socks, just trying to get it from wherever I can. But I'm gonna make sure, whether I got bread or I'm broke, it's just in the physical. I'm never broke on the inside because that's what I didn't work for. That's who I didn't chose to be. And it's crazy how everything always comes right on time. It's this year has told me really not to worry. It's everything is gonna be okay. And it's once I decided to stop spending time in places that took my soul. And once I quit my job, literally life has been amazing since. It's I didn't find my passions. I didn't attracted people that are passionate about similar things and uplifting, it's so choice. Your choices is key, man. Choices we choose to make every day is key.
And so I'll say this shortly, and then you can get back to where you're gonna be at anywhere. But yeah, man, like the God thing, man, literally they made people think that they didn't have choices. So then after they were, it's a formula, right? So the same way as the root chakra, right? What they do, right? They put some information out there that first of all is a lie, and then your body knows the lie. Your world, you're wait, how does that happen? And then they enforce things that are gonna disrupt your shopping. After that, they say, hey, or like this, right? Hey, we're gonna, usually I know land is $10, but now we're gonna make it $1 million. So now you're gonna have to do what? use us for your choices. Like and then now that you need this, here are your choices.
Yeah.
Here are your choices. So and God, our God right here will help you make your choices right. So yeah, just subscribe to our God, and then all your choices will be easy and made for you. Because essentially, I wasn't about to go here, but no, I mean, as you know, I mean, that's where we at right now. Like most people don't want to make them. Like most people are like, yo, please make my choice for me. Please tell me what to do. Like I don't want to do all this thinking and passion and loving. Like just tell me what to do. Tell me what time to go to sleep. Tell me what to watch. I want to go on social media. Tell me what I should be thinking about. Okay, in Africa, okay, I'll be worried about that today. Okay, in Saudi Arabia, I'll be worried about that today. Okay, Colombia, yes, I'll worry about that. Thank you for guiding me so I don't have to think for myself. Because man, thinking for myself is scary. But when y'all do it though, it's easy though.
Bro, that's such a, because it's like the whole guy, like I'm like, cause like I'm like I have a Baptist background myself. And so it's like, that is a crazy point, because it's like, literally, like people don't want to think. People want to just, somebody just do it for them, spoon feed it. And it's like, that's not what we here for. You know, like we didn't send ourselves here from the cosmos for somebody else to tell us how to live. We are.
Could you imagine? Coming to Earth to be told what to do?
And it's crazy, like when you talk about God, like I think that's like literally the only problem we're facing here. It's the spiritual problem. It's spiritual warfare. And it's like when you get that spirit right and you actually taking that time to make your own decisions and saying like, okay, Jesus is cool, Muhammad is cool, like Buddha is cool, like I love all of their messages, but it's like, where's my message? Like, you know, like what am I supposed to be getting from here? And it's like, all of them, none of them said, I am the God, I am the one you should worship. None of our spiritual leaders have ever said that. They say, follow me, do as I do, you can do everything that I can plus more. Jesus said that in Psalms 82:6, I believe. And it's like, literally all of these things tell us that we are in control. Like we are the divine spirit. And it's like we just got to see it in ourselves. Like you are God. You just got to see it in yourself. And it's like, when you see God in yourself, you see life so different. You see life as a observer. Like you were saying, like as you see people that might not love themselves, like you observe and just see, like you don't judge. You just kind of like, and then like you'll help. You give a little.
You discern, right? You discern.
Yeah. And it's like, I like, and it's like, dang, I forgot my point. But it's like, whenever like you, I mean, it's coming.
Wait,
so it's like you.
Because I was right there with you though. I was with you.
It'd be like that, man. That's how the universe talks, man. We just mediums from the universe. Like I don't feel like, you know, like even whenever we talk, like you were saying earlier, and it's like, I'm not this like this. I am wise because I choose to listen to the divine, and I choose to let the divine just flow through me, you know. And it's like, this is literally the spirit talking right now. Spirit is talking through us right now, and it's like I realized along my journey, I don't even want to talk to people. Like most times I don't talk to people consciously no more. Like people want to talk about like the actual situation, the actual experience, which you do use that as an example, but it's like, no, when I speak, I'm gonna speak to your heart, I'm gonna speak to the soul and what's on the inside, because it's like, the situation is a situation. It's temporary. Trouble don't last always. It's gonna pass. It's like it's gonna, like, you know, it's like it doesn't last forever. The story you tell might last forever. The thoughts might stay there if you keep feeding yourself the bad stuff. If you know, and it's like, that's what I noticed. But it's like when you feeding yourself love and kindness and smoothies and doing yoga and meditation, those thoughts, they come, but they don't control you. It's like not about controlling the thoughts. It's like not letting them control you, and like breathing through it, and like the kundalini with the bringing the energy up from your root chakra all the way up, and like breathing through it, you know. And it's like taking that time to just like relax. It just makes everything so much. It's like you're able to just let life happen.
It's being the observer, bro. It's being the detachment. So if anybody needs a book to read, God, what's that book? Oh, hold up, y'all. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna talk while I find it. But So it's all about detachment, right? It's The Seat of the Soul. The Seat of the Soul by Gary Zuchev. That one, and then also I'm finding this other one I was actually looking for. So it's like you said, right? So you become the observer. You become the person, well, the spirit who looks at everything. And the thing is, you don't judge, you discern what fuels you, what do you like, what do you like doing, you know? And the thing is, when you're in that as a spirit, you know, like when you're in that mode, like you choose. So like you said, right? We chose to come here, right? We chose to do that. So because that, you choose what you let yourself get attached to. Like because in a sense, right? We're attached to our physical body, and that's okay because we're having a human experience. But you don't have to get attached to emotions, though. Emotions aren't like as they nothing in any text says you have to be attached to it. It says feel it. It says experience it. It doesn't say experience it for 30 years. It says experience it until the next thing comes. And then when that comes, discern if you want it, feel it, and then let that shit go and keep going.
It's like life happens one experience at a time, and it's like you can't solve all the problems at once. And it's like that's what you were saying, and this is what I was getting to earlier. It's like actually discerning and detaching from old ways of thinking. You know, like the old guy. You know, it's like there's nothing wrong with it in a sense, but like, does it empower you? You know, it's like, and this is what the discernment and the clarity is formed. You know, questioning your beliefs and questioning like old ways of being. You know, it's like, is this route helping me to be the person who I want to be, to manifest or to attract the reality that I desire? You know, is it helping me to be a better person? Is it helping me to love myself and help love other people more? You know, and it's like those questions that you sit with in meditation and in yoga, it's how, you know, it's like that's where you'll find that clarity, you know, and it's like, and then like, you know, detaching your just like kind of like detaching from that idea that you need a middleman to achieve something. You need like, oh, I need the government to help me get some bread, or I need God, I need Jesus to help me connect to God, or I need you know, it's like the words that you speak that I need, you'll be needing forever. But it's like if you say, I am God, I am, you know, I am abundant, I am positive abundance, you know, as you say, like I am, like, it's like, now you don't just want to be abundant, you know, it's like the words that you use, like after I am, it's like, that's who you are, you know, it's like.
Have you watched Lovecraft?
Yes.
I am, bro. She defined herself, man. She defined herself, man. And the thing is, you have, and it even showed you, right? At any time, you can just choose to define yourself differently. You have to just say it and start embodying it.
And you know, man, it's like I think people have fun even through all of the like the suffering and the pain and the happiness. I think like people have fun with this game of like hide and seek. It's like that's what we're doing. It's like we sent ourselves here from the cosmos to remember ourselves. That, you know, that's a big game in itself. Before we even chose this, and so like we come here and then like we start to play hide and seek in this physical body. We like, oh, I want to be this person, but like, I'm not going to do what I need to do to be that person right now. And it's like, we're going to go back and forth and go hide behind different stuff. And
bruh, this is hilarious. I'm writing this down right now. That is so, it's all a game. Like literally, we all part of this. And the thing is, it's all part of the same consciousness. Said, all right, I'm about to send people down here and look what I'm going to do. I'm gonna put this side of me in here, this side of here, and then look, I'm putting them on the other side of the globe, and let's see if they find each other. Bro, it's a game, yo. It's really a game.
It's a game of hide and seek.
Bro, that's hilarious. Because and things with everybody.
Hide and seek with the universe.
And you gotta seek yourself, bro. All you gotta do is seek yourself, and you win the game.
Hold on.
Oh, it's getting a little hot. Hold up. Is it summertime?
Bruh.
Woo. Bro, no, that's it. Literally, it's like so. Like, I didn't know what game it was, right? But that's what the game is. I know it's a game, but the game is hide and seek.
It is hide and seek.
The game is hide myself in different physical bodies, and then I'm gonna seek myself through myself other people.
I hope y'all heard that, man. I hope, cause bruh, it's like, and to win the game, you have to seek yourself.
You have to seek yourself to win the game.
But to win the game, you have to, first off, you gotta like remember yourself and then get to know yourself so you can know what you, cause it's like you can go and like we're everything and nothing at the same time. And it's like, damn, I really like I didn't say, like, I didn't even say this to myself other times, like hide and seek, but it's like, it's crazy because it's literally big. And it's like, the thing is, and it's so funny because like, bro, like I didn't play hide and seek. And then it's like, this podcast and this interview is me seeking myself and I found it. And so I have won this game, or at least this round. And it's like, each time I do a podcast, like this episode 12, each episode, I'm finding myself, I'm finding deeper parts of me. I'm finding more parts of me to love about myself, more stuff to do. And it's like, it's crazy. And it's like, dog, that's just dope, man. It's dope, man.
It's beautiful, man. It's wow.
Dope, man. It's dope. Appreciate that, man. Appreciate that. Like, as we wrap up, dog, like I have greatly appreciated this conversation. Like what projects are you working on lately? Like tell people like what you got going. Like let people know how you can help them.
So at all times, I am doing True Clarity Wellness. I'm getting deeper and deeper into that. Like I'm gonna start doing. Well, I have started doing programs. Like, cause the thing is, there's so many things in this world. And again, I see it, right? So I step back, but the reason why we're not where we're at is consistency, right? Like so many folks will book a one-time class with me, a one-time yoga session, or go on Groupon one time. But like, no, we need programs that help you get into that. So part of what I do at True Clarity Wellness is being your accountability partner. Like, so maybe you already know what to do. Maybe you're a wise person. Maybe you know all the stuff, but it's just something that's not. You just can't get over that hump. True Clarity Wellness is your accountability partner. A lot of folks use their family and friends, and how's that happen? They don't have any obligation to you, right? I have an obligation to you because this is what I do for a living. Yeah. Well, and even if it wasn't a money thing, this is what I do. This is what I'm naturally good at. Like your friend,
this your path, this your journey.
Like your friend, your best friend, who y'all love, y'all been together for 10 years, y'all friends. Your friend is an esthetician. She does beauty 24/7, like, and that's her job. Like, so let her do that and let me do the wellness, right? Let me do that. So, so now I'm not sure when the listeners are gonna hear this, but it don't matter because it's an ongoing thing, bro. We are getting these meditation A to Z programs going. I got a group coming in about 2 weeks. It's gonna be either 12 to 15 people. And what's gonna happen? We're gonna be accountable, and each week we're gonna have 2 sessions, and within those, we're gonna like go from A to Z. We're going to sit with ourselves and learn to meditate. So always ongoing. That's something new I'm starting. Besides that, definitely just check out, again, I love the free stuff. I mean, I like real estate, so I can do my money then as much as I can offer free stuff. Like, yo, check out my YouTube. Start to promote more Black YouTube, especially Black men. Promote more Black men on social media because it's not enough. And whoever's listening to this, whether you're a male, female, whether you don't identify as anything, you need to share more Black men's stuff. Like, Black men are definitely at a deficit right now for wellness. So the more you share it, the more you attend and interact, engage with the free stuff we have, the more of our brothers that are gonna see it. So all you have to do is just retweet me. And I think a lot of times we look at that as like, oh, it's an ego. No, again, if I'm bringing the wisdom from right here, right to here, there's a disconnect. I'm just trying to bring it together. So yes, share me, share Jay. So, besides that, farms. So we got farm projects going on,
I've been seeing the pictures.
Yeah, man. Yeah. So, I mean, the goal is just for us to, again, not even create, right? Allow ourselves to support each other because, again, there's enough money and there's plenty of farmland, right? You probably know someone. You might not know somebody, but most of us know somebody like down the line that has land that they're not even using. Like, there's so much land. So even this, right? So the way we found our first farm was that we just connected with somebody. We asked like, hey, you want to do some like sharecropping? Like, yeah, I have 2 eggs I'm not using. I'm like, well, yeah, we'll come farm. We'll come bring you some bread from that. We'll give you some food from that, and then we're gonna feed the rest of the community like that. So yeah, bro, it's very easy. I mean, a lot of stuff it just takes a little time. So yeah, farm project going on. You know, I mean, always real estate. I mean, my goal and our goal is just to rebuild the community. Which I mean, it's not nothing different that people are doing. Like something we're doing right now. I mean, and it's simple, right? You get money, you get a group, you get loans, you use that stuff. We talk about, of course, one-on-ones, one at a time, whatever. You get all that stuff. Then you buy the property, you buy more property in that same area, and now you have a community. Like it's not that tough, right? But yeah, so I got the real estate going on. I got, you know, again, the yoga, you know, programs, always a new meditation course that I have going on. So I have an ebook coming too for meditation, so that, you know, you can read it for yourself and you can get digital copies. And besides that, I'm definitely just gonna, you know, still support my wanderlust. I encourage everybody. So one of the pillars of wellness for True Clarity Wellness is travel. Whether it's just down the street or outside of your city or in another continent, it's important that your subconscious sees more, because if you're in the same place all the time, your subconscious can only conceive what you see. So, but if you start to travel more, you see things are different. Again, you're reprogramming, you're feeding your mind with different things. And when that happens, sparks start flying. When sparks fly, you ignite everything. So travel is like a huge program for me that I'm going to establish more of us being able to go overseas, establish more of us being able to get back to diaspora, which is what really my homie is on. So I'm kind of getting with her. But yeah, bro, community, and it's all community. That was all I said was community. That's what it was.
That's where it's at, man. That's where it's at. It's like, man, take care of your community, man. Build with the people around you, man. Like, love the people around you. Be grateful for the people around you, because they around you by divine nature. Like, they wouldn't be around you if they wasn't meant for you, man. But I appreciate it, man. Community, farming, real estate, get this bread, get your happiness, like, focus on your passions, like, live out what it is that your soul desires, man. Let everybody know where they can follow you at real quick.
Ed the Yogi on Instagram. But Instagram been weird lately, right? But anyways, follow me on there, because that's where a lot of the content, the visual content is going to be, right? If you want to hear me talk and hear what is on my mind, hear how I'm flowing, Twitter, Real Malcolm Ed, RealMalcomed. And then one more thing, again, content. I got a nice camera now. I got my Mac. I can start editing. So yes, if y'all want some like good wellness content, some good drone content, I got me a drone. I like seeing the world. Follow your boy Ed the Yogi, Instagram, Real Malcolm Ed. You will love it here.
Hey, yeah, you will love it here, man. Hey, follow the GOAT, man. Hey, follow the guy, man. We go, man. We go enlighten you. We gonna help you. We gonna help you. You know, that's what we're here for. It's to help you to get to help you. Because like, we can't do it for you. Help you get to the next level, man. But appreciate it, man. And thank y'all for taking y'all time, precious time and energy to listen to us and flow with us, man. Greatly appreciate it, man. See y'all next time.
Peace out, y'all.